Captain Do-hyun Kim stood on the bridge of the Earth ship Gentle Provider. He looked out at the busy space station through the main screen. Alien ships of all kinds moved around them. Most were sleek and beautiful, with smooth lines and glowing parts that showed their weapons. Next to them, his ship looked like a flying box. "Captain, the Zanari portmaster is hailing us again," said Yi-jin, his communications officer. She tried not to sound annoyed. "He says we're an eyesore and wants us to move to the outer docking area." Do-hyun sighed. "Tell him we'll move when our cargo is fully loaded, not before." This was normal. For 50 years since humans met aliens, Earth ships had been mocked. They weren't pretty. They were big boxes that looked like they could barely fly, let alone travel between stars. "I don't get why we keep building ships this way," said Jae-ho, the young tactical officer. He was new to the crew. "Every other species has those nice, pointed ships with big guns on display. We look like space trucks." Chief Engineer Sunma looked up from her station with a small smile. "You think looking tough is the same as being tough?" Before Jae-ho could answer, a large warship from the Galactic Council glided past their viewing screen. It was beautiful, silver and blue, with weapon ports that glowed with energy. Several crew members watched it pass. "Now that's a proper warship," a voice said from behind them. Do-hyun turned to see a tall, blue-skinned alien walking onto his bridge. It was Trade Inspector Krell from the Galactic Council. "Inspector Krell," Do-hyun said with a polite bow. "What brings you to our humble vessel?" The alien looked around the bridge with poorly hidden disgust. "Routine inspection. Though I don't know why we bother. Your species barely has the technology to keep these cargo containers flying." He tapped on the wall. "What is this?" "Simple metal. No phase-shifting armor. No energy dispersal. Just regular hull material," Do-hyun said calmly. Under his calm face, he fought back a smile. Krell shook his head. "Humans, 50 years in space, and still using ships that look like they're made from boxes. It's a wonder the Galactic Council even let you join." "We're simple traders," Sunmai said, her eyes down. "We don't need fancy ships." The inspector walked around the bridge, poking at things, making notes. "Your engine room next, though I doubt there's anything interesting there either." As Krell and Sunmai left the bridge, Jae-ho moved closer to the captain. "How do you stand it? The way they talk to us." Do-hyun watched the alien warship on the screen. It was now showing off, doing a complex turn that made its weapons catch the light of the nearby sun. Several smaller alien ships were watching in awe. "Did you know," Do-hyun said quietly, "that on ancient Earth there were predators that showed bright colors to warn others they were dangerous?" "Yes, like poison frogs," Jae-ho said. "And there were prey animals that looked plain and boring, so predators would ignore them." Do-hyun smiled. "Sometimes, looking unimportant is the best protection." Jae-ho started to understand. "So we look weak on purpose." Do-hyun didn't answer. Instead, he pressed a hidden button under his command chair. A small panel slid open, revealing a screen that showed Inspector Krell following Sunma through the ship. But the screen also showed several areas that didn't match the ship's official maps, hidden rooms and systems that no inspector ever found. "Let's just say," Do-hyun finally replied, "that there's a reason Earth hasn't been attacked in 50 years, despite having the weakest ships in the galaxy." He closed the panel as Yi-jin announced, "Captain, we have new orders from Earth Command. Priority Level 1. Do-hyun nodded. "It seems our simple trading days might be getting interesting." Do-hyun read the message from Earth Command 3 times. His face showed nothing, but inside he felt worry grow. "Captain," Jae-ho asked, watching him carefully. Do-hyun looked up at his crew. "We have new orders. We need to leave this station in 1 hour." Yi-jin frowned. "But the cargo loading won't be done for 3 more hours." "Leave the cargo," Do-hyun said. "This is more important." Just then, Sunmai returned to the bridge. Inspector Krell was no longer with her. She saw the serious faces and asked, "What's happening?" Do-hyun pointed to his private office. "Senior staff meeting. Now." Inside the small room, Do-hyun showed them the message. 3 human colonies at the edge of known space had gone silent. No messages, no signals, nothing. "Do they think it's a natural disaster?" Sunmi asked. "No," Do-hyun said. "The message mentions the Carvax." The room went quiet. Everyone knew about the Carvax Imperium. They were new to the galactic scene, but already feared. Their ships were dark and covered with weapons. Unlike most species who joined the Galactic Council for trade and peace, the Carvax only wanted to conquer. "Why would they attack human colonies?" Jaiho asked. "We're not important. We have no special resources." "That's what we need to find out," Do-hyun said. "Earth Command wants us to check on the Hasem colony. It's the closest one that went silent." Yi-jin looked worried. "But we're a trading ship. If the Carvax aren't there, we're whatever we need to be." Do-hyun cut in. His voice was firm. "Earth Command chose us because we're close and because no one would think twice about a human cargo ship passing through." An hour later, the Gentle Provider left the space station. Several alien ships moved out of its way, their pilots not hiding their disgust at the boxy, ugly human vessel. As they cleared the station, Sunmi went to a plain wall and pressed her hand against it. A hidden panel slid open, revealing a second control station with screens showing systems that weren't on any official ship diagram. "All hidden systems are working normally," she reported. "Weapon banks are charged but dormant. Enhanced engines are ready if needed." Do-hyun nodded. "Keep everything hidden. Standard speed only. We're just a slow, boring human trading ship making a routine trip." For 3 days, they traveled toward the Hasem colony. The trip was quiet until Yi-jin called out from her station. "Captain, I'm picking up a distress signal. It's from a Council science vessel." Do-hyun moved to her station. "Where?" "Not far," she said. "Just off our route. They say they're under attack." Jaiho checked his screens. "There's nothing on standard sensors." "Check the hidden ones," Do-hyun ordered. Jaiho pressed a series of buttons that looked like normal ship controls. His screen changed, showing much more detailed information. "I see them," he said. "A small Council science ship. And..." His face went pale. "A Carvax warship. It's huge, Captain." "Can they see us?" Do-hyun asked. "Not yet. We're still too far for their standard sensors to pick us up." Do-hyun looked at his crew. They were afraid, but ready. He had trained them well. "We have orders to gather information, not engage," he reminded them. "But we can't let a civilian ship be destroyed if we can help it." He sat in his command chair. "Sunmi, prepare the engines for full power. Jiho, ready weapons but keep them hidden. Yi-jin, send a message to Earth Command about what we found." He looked at the screen showing the distant battle. The science ship was small and clearly not built for fighting. It wouldn't last long. "Let's see if we can save them without showing what we really are," Do-hyun said. "But if we must show our teeth..." He paused. "Then the Carvax will be the first to learn why Earth's ships look the way they do." The Gentle Provider moved closer to the battle. The Carvax warship was firing on the small Council science vessel. The science ship's shields were failing. "They won't last 5 more minutes," Jaiho said, watching his screen. Do-hyun thought quickly. "Send a message, Yi-jin. Tell the Carvax we are a simple trading ship passing by. Say we want to offer help with trade goods." Yi-jin sent the message. The Carvax ship stopped firing for a moment. "They're scanning us," Sunmi reported. "Standard scans only. They can't see our real systems." A harsh voice came through the speakers. The Carvax commander's face appeared on screen. He had gray skin with hard plates and angry yellow eyes. "Human vessel," the Carvax said. "This is none of your concern. Leave now or be destroyed with the others." Do-hyun stood up straight. We are only traders. We saw someone in trouble and wanted to help. Perhaps we could trade for the release of the science vessel. The Karvax laughed. It was an ugly sound. Humans, always thinking everything has a price. There is no trade here, only conquest. The screen went dark. They're ignoring us, Yi Jin said. They're firing on the science vessel again. Do-hyun looked at his crew. Options. We could try to distract them, Jae-ho suggested. Fly between them and the science ship, buy some time. Or we could show them one of our hidden weapons, Sunmi said. Just enough to scare them off. Do-hyun nodded. Jae-ho, prepare a warning shot. Use the smallest hidden gun. Make it look like it came from somewhere else. Jae-ho worked quickly at his station. Ready, Captain. Fire. A small port opened on the side of the Gentle Provider, away from the Karvax ship. A bolt of energy shot out and hit the side of the Karvax warship. It wasn't enough to cause real damage, but it got their attention. The Karvax ship turned toward them. They're scanning space, trying to find where the shot came from, Sunmi said. The angry Karvax face appeared on screen again. You dare attack the Imperium. Your pathetic ship will be dust. We didn't attack you, Do-hyun said, looking confused. We're just a trading ship. We have no weapons. The Karvax ship fired a warning shot that passed close to the Gentle Provider. Run away, human, the Karvax said. Run away and tell your people that the Karvax Imperium is coming. Your colonies are just the beginning. The screen went dark again. Do-hyun turned to Yi Jin. Contact the science ship. Tell them to move behind us. We'll cover their escape. As Yi Jin sent the message, the science ship started moving slowly toward them. The Karvax ship is coming after us, Jae-ho warned. They're charging weapons. Sunmi, how much can we show without revealing everything? Do-hyun asked. Sunmi thought quickly. We could use the point defense system. We could say it's just for asteroids. Do it, Do-hyun ordered. Small ports opened all over the Gentle Provider. When the Karvax fired, dozens of small energy beams shot out from the human ship. They destroyed the incoming Karvax weapons fire before it could hit. The Karvax commander's face showed surprise when he appeared on screen again. What is this? Your ship has defenses. Just asteroid protection, Do-hyun said calmly. Standard for trade routes. Please don't attack us again. The Karvax looked angry, but also curious now. No human ship has ever stood up to us before. The others at your colonies fell quickly. Do-hyun's hands tightened into fists, but his face stayed calm. What did you do to our colonies? The Karvax smiled. It was not a nice smile. They are gone. And soon, all human worlds will be ours, starting with your precious Earth. Suddenly, a much larger Karvax ship appeared from behind a moon. It was heading straight for them. Captain, Jae-ho said quietly, we can't fight that one without showing everything we have. Do-hyun nodded. We got what we came for. Information. He turned to Sunmi. Full speed. Get us out of here. Take the science ship with us. As the Gentle Provider turned away with the science vessel behind it, Do-hyun's face was grim. Set course for the nearest council station. The galaxy needs to know what the Karvax are planning. The Gentle Provider arrived at Galactic Council Station 7 with the rescued science vessel. The station was huge and shiny, like most alien buildings. It was shaped like a wheel with many ships docked around it. Captain Do-hyun and Yi Jin prepared to meet with the council representatives. Before they left the ship, Admiral Ta-woo from Earth's diplomatic team met them at the dock. Captain, I came as soon as I got your message, Ta-woo said. He was an older man with gray hair and a serious face. Are you sure about what the Karvax said? Yes, Admiral, Do-hyun replied. They admitted attacking our colonies. They said Earth is next. Ta-woo's face darkened. The council needs to hear this. Come with me. They walked through the station. Aliens of all kinds moved around them. Many looked at the humans with doubt, or even dislike. Humans were still new to the galaxy, and not everyone thought they belonged. In the main council chamber, 5 aliens sat at a high table. They were the representatives of the 5 most powerful species in the galaxy. A crowd of other aliens watched from seats around the room. Admiral Tawu stood before them. "Honored representatives, I bring grave news. The Carvax Imperium has attacked 3 human colonies. They have plans to attack Council worlds next." The head representative, a tall, thin alien named Vex, looked down at them. "This is a serious claim. Admiral, what proof do you offer?" Do-hyun stepped forward. "My ship rescued a Council science vessel from Carvax attackers. The Carvax commander told us himself that they destroyed our colonies and planned to attack Earth and Council worlds." The Council members talked among themselves. Then a large red alien called Mord spoke up. He was the military advisor. "You expect us to believe that your simple trading ship fought off a Carvax warship?" Mord laughed. "Everyone knows human ships are weak and have no real defenses. Your ships look like cargo boxes." Do-hyun kept his face calm. "We didn't fight them. We just used our asteroid defense system to protect ourselves while we escaped with the science vessel." "And where is this science vessel?" asked Vex. "Being repaired in your docks," Tawu said. "The crew can confirm our story." "We will speak to them," Vex said. "But this is likely just a misunderstanding. The Carvax are aggressive, yes, but they would not dare attack Council worlds." Mord looked at the humans with doubt. "If the Carvax are truly planning war, we need real military information, not stories from traders who got scared by a patrol ship." The science vessel's captain, a blue-skinned alien, stepped forward. "The human ship saved us. The Carvax were going to destroy us." "Because you were in their territory," said another council member. "No," said the science captain. "We were in free space. They attacked without warning." The council members talked again, but Do-hyun could see they weren't taking the threat seriously. "We need to act now," Tawu said firmly. "The Carvax are building up forces. If we wait, it will be too late." Mord laughed again. "And what would humans know about military matters? Your species thinks trading ships with tiny point defenses are warships." The council chamber filled with laughter. Do-hyun felt his face get hot, but he stayed quiet. Finally, Vex spoke. "We thank Earth for this information. We will investigate these claims. In the meantime, we suggest human ships stay away from the border regions for their own safety." As they left the chamber, Do-hyun could barely control his anger. "They don't believe us. They think we're too weak to understand the danger." Tawu nodded. "Their mistake. Let's return to your ship. I need to send a message to Earth Command." Back on the Gentle Provider, Tawu sent an encrypted message. When he was done, he turned to Do-hyun. "Earth has decided. If the Council won't act, we will. All Earth ships are being called to defensive positions near our worlds. The Council will think we're hiding, but we're actually preparing." Do-hyun nodded. "What are our orders?" "Join Captain Juri's ship at the Stellar Crossroads. The Carvax will have to pass through there to reach Earth or the main Council worlds." "The bountiful harvest?" Do-hyun asked. "Another trading ship?" Tawu smiled for the first time. "Yes, another trading ship just like yours." The Gentle Provider reached the Stellar Crossroads 3 days later. This area of space was important because many travel routes met here. Ships had to pass through this area to reach Earth or the main Council worlds. Captain Do-hyun was surprised by what he saw. Over 30 Earth ships were already there. All of them looked like simple trading vessels or passenger ships. They moved around slowly, looking like they were just doing business as usual. "Captain Juri is hailing us," Yi-jin said. The screen showed a woman with short black hair and a serious face. "Do-hyun, good to see you made it. Dock with my ship. We need to talk." Soon, Do-hyun and his senior crew sat in a meeting room on the Bountiful Harvest. Captain Juri and Admiral Tawu were there too. The room looked simple, but Du Hyun knew that, like his ship, this vessel had many secrets. Earth Command has a plan, Tawu said. He touched a button, and a map of the area appeared above the table. We have information that the Karvax will attack Council Hub World Center within 2 days. It's their biggest target yet. The Council still doesn't believe us, Juri added. They've only sent 5 warships to protect Center. 5 ships won't stop the Karvax fleet, Jaiho said. Tawu nodded. Exactly. But 35 Earth ships might. Do Hyun looked confused. We have 35 ships here. More are coming, Tawu said. By tomorrow, we'll have 50. But the council will see us gathering, Sunmai said. They'll know we're planning something. Juri smiled. That's the beauty of being underestimated. They just think we're running away, hiding our trading ships in a safe place away from the fighting. Tawu showed them positions on the map. Each ship will take a position here, here, and here. We'll look like we're just parked, maybe waiting for the danger to pass. The Karvax will focus on the council defenders. And then, Du Hyun asked. Then we spring the trap, Tawu said. Earth Command has authorized protocol sheep's clothing. The room went quiet. Every captain knew what that meant. They would finally reveal their ship's true nature. Over the next day, more Earth ships arrived. From the outside, it looked like scared humans gathering together for safety. But inside each ship, crews were preparing for battle. Do Hyun worked with his team to check all systems. The hidden weapons were tested. The special engines were ready. The strong armor under the simple-looking hull was at full strength. Captain, Jaiho said as they worked, I've been wondering, why did Earth build ships this way? Why hide our strength? Do Hyun stopped what he was doing. When humans first went to space, we had just finished many wars on Earth. We learned that showing off power often leads to more fighting. So we looked weak on purpose. We looked unimportant, Du Hyun corrected, like we weren't worth attacking. And it worked for 50 years. No one attacked us because no one thought we were worth the trouble. The next day, alarm signals went off throughout the fleet. A massive Karvax battle group had entered the system. Over 30 warships, all heading for Zentar. From their position, Du Hyun could see the 5 council warships move to defend the planet. They looked beautiful and powerful with their shiny hulls and visible weapons, but they were too few. Juri's face appeared on his screen. All ships, hold position. Look like you're hiding. Don't react. The Karvax fleet ignored the human ships completely. Why would they waste time on simple trading vessels? They headed straight for the council defenders. The battle began. The council ships fought bravely, but they were quickly overwhelmed. 2 were destroyed in the first few minutes. They're being slaughtered, Sunmai said, watching the battle. Admiral Tawu's voice came through to all Earth ships. All captains, prepare for protocol sheep's clothing. Activation in 3 minutes. Do Hyun looked at his crew. This is it. The galaxy is about to learn why Earth's warships look like freighters. Protocol sheep's clothing is now active. Admiral Tawu's voice said to all Earth ships, show them what we really are. On the bridge of the Gentle Provider, Captain Do Hyun stood tall. Sunmai, start the change. Jae-ho, ready all weapons. Yi-jin, link our systems with the other Earth ships. Across the battlefield, the dull, boxy human ships began to transform. Panels slid open on their hulls. What looked like simple cargo doors revealed rows of powerful weapons. Dull metal surfaces changed color as special materials activated, making them stronger than any normal ship armor. On the Gentle Provider, Sunmai worked at her station. Her fingers moved quickly over hidden controls. The ship hummed with power that had always been there, but never shown. All weapons ready, Jae-ho reported. Target locked on the Karvax flagship. Fire, Du-hyun ordered. The gentle provider shot a beam of energy so bright it was hard to look at. It hit the Karvak's flagship's side. The huge warship, which had been attacking the Council defender, shook from the impact. Its shields flickered and partly failed. On the main screen, Du-hyun could see the surprise on the Karvak's commander's face. What is this? Where did that shot come from? Around the battlefield, other Earth ships fired too. Beams, missiles, and energy weapons of all kinds hit the Karvak's fleet from all sides. The boring human ships were suddenly the most dangerous things in space. The Karvaks are trying to regroup, Jae-ho said. They're turning to face us. Too late, Du-hyun said. Sun-me, show them what our engines can really do. Sun-me grinned and pressed a series of buttons. The gentle provider, which had always moved slowly like a real cargo ship, suddenly shot forward with amazing speed. It moved between two Karvak ships before they could turn their weapons. Firing on both targets, Jae-ho said. More energy beams shot out, hitting both enemy ships at once. One Karvak's vessel exploded in a ball of fire. The other was badly damaged. Across the battlefield, other Earth ships were doing the same. They moved with speed and grace that seemed impossible for their bulky shapes. They fired weapons that no one knew they had. The bountiful harvest under Captain Juri took out 3 enemy ships in quick succession. The remaining Council warships had stopped fighting. They just watched in shock as the human trading fleet tore through the Karvak's armada. Captain, Yi Jin said, we're being hailed by the Council flagship. The face of military advisor Mort appeared on screen. His red skin had turned pale with shock. What is this? How is this possible? Do-hyun didn't answer him. He was too busy directing his ship. Jae-ho, target the next group of Karvak ships. Sun-me, redirect power to forward shields. The gentle provider joined with 3 other Earth ships. They moved together like they had practiced for years, which they had in secret. Their formation cut through the Karvak's line, splitting their fleet in 2. Half their ships are trying to retreat, Jae-ho reported. Admiral Ta-woo's voice came through again. Don't let them escape. We need to show the galaxy what happens when you attack human worlds. The Earth ships pressed their attack. What had looked like a sure Karvak's victory was turning into a complete defeat. On a secure channel, Captain Juri's face appeared on Du-hyun's screen. She was smiling. 50 years of hiding what we are. 50 years of being laughed at for our ugly ships. Worth it for this moment, don't you think? Do-hyun nodded as he watched another Karvak ship explode. Our ancestors were right. The best weapon is the one your enemy doesn't know you have until it's too late. The Karvak's flagship tried to escape, but 4 Earth ships surrounded it. Their combined fire tore through its shields and damaged its engines. The Karvak's flagship is disabled, Jae-ho announced. Their commander is trying to surrender. Do-hyun looked at the stunned faces of the Council ship crews on his other screen. Make sure they're all watching, he said. The galaxy needs to learn an important lesson today. The battle changed completely. The Karvak's fleet that had seemed so powerful was now broken and trying to escape. The Earth ships, once thought to be weak traders, now controlled the fight. Form up on my position. Captain Du-hyun ordered a group of 5 Earth ships. Target the remaining Karvak's heavy cruisers. His tactical officer Jae-ho coordinated the attack plan with the other ships. On his screen, he could see the Karvaks trying to regroup. They still had more ships than the humans, but they were confused and scared now. They don't understand what's happening, Jae-ho said. Their battle plans are falling apart. Do-hyun nodded. That's our advantage. They train to fight enemies who show their weapons. They don't know how to fight us. The gentle provider led the attack group toward 3 large Karvak ships. These cruisers were twice the size of the Earth vessels, with many visible weapon ports. In a normal battle, no captain would attack larger ships head-on like this. But this was not a normal battle. Activate the shield bubble, Du-hyun ordered. Sun-me pressed several controls. The air around the 5 Earth ships seemed to bend and shimmer. When the Carvax cruisers fired, their shots hit the invisible shield and scattered like water on a hot surface. "Return fire," Du-hyun said calmly. All 5 Earth ships fired at once. Their shots combined into one massive energy beam that cut through the middle Carvax cruiser. The enemy ship broke in two, its power core exploding in a bright flash. The other Carvax ships tried to turn away, but they were too slow. The Earth ships, despite their boxy shape, moved with surprising speed and grace. They fired again and again, their hidden weapons proving more powerful than the Carvax's visible ones. On another part of the battlefield, Captain Ju-ri's bountiful harvest led its own attack group. Her ship had open panels all along its sides, revealing rows of missile launchers. These weren't simple weapons, they were smart missiles that could chase targets through space. "Launch all missiles," Ju-ri ordered. "Target their engines." Dozens of missiles shot out from her ship and the others in her group. They flew toward the retreating Carvax ships, changing direction as the enemy tried to avoid them. One by one, the Carvax ships lost their engines and drifted helplessly in space. The Council warships had regrouped and were watching in amazement. Finally, they began to join the fight. Their beautiful, sleek ships moved into battle alongside the ugly but deadly Earth vessels. "Captain," Yi Jin called from her station, "Admiral Zhen Yuquan of the Council fleet is hailing us." A stern-looking alien appeared on screen. Unlike the other Council officers, he didn't seem surprised by what the Earth ships could do. "Captain Du-hyun," the alien said with a small bow, "it seems I was right about your people all along." Du-hyun raised an eyebrow. "You knew about our ships." "I suspected," Admiral Kwon said. "No species survives as long as humans have by being as weak as they appeared. I studied your history. You are warriors who learn to hide in plain sight." The Admiral's ship moved to join Du-hyun's attack group. "Let us finish this together." With the Council ships now fighting alongside them, the Earth fleet pressed their advantage. The remaining Carvax vessels were caught between the two forces. The last large Carvax warship tried to jump away into faster-than-light travel. Jiho spotted it preparing to escape. "Captain, the Carvax command ship is powering up its jump drive." "Not today," Du-hyun said. "Sunmai, activate the gravity anchor." Sunmai opened another hidden system. A wave of energy shot out from the gentle provider, catching the Carvax ship. The enemy vessel shuddered as the energy field prevented it from jumping away. "We have them," Sunmai reported with a smile. Du-hyun opened a channel to all Earth ships. "This is Captain Du-hyun. Let's show the galaxy what happens when you threaten Earth and our colonies." As one, the Earth fleet converged on the trapped Carvax command ship, their hidden weapons blazing. The boxy, unassuming vessels that had been mocked for decades delivered the final blow to the Carvax threat. 1 week after the battle, Captain Du-hyun stood in the Great Hall of the Galactic Council. The room was packed with aliens from all over the galaxy. Everyone wanted to see the humans who had saved Zentor and stopped the Carvax invasion. Du-hyun wore his full captain's uniform for the first time in public. Next to him stood Captain Ju-ri, Admiral Ta-woo, and other Earth ship captains. They no longer had to hide who they really were. At the front of the room, the 5 main council representatives sat at their high table. Their faces showed a new respect when they looked at the humans. Vex, the head representative, stood up. "Captain Du-hyun Kim of Earth, step forward." Du-hyun walked to the center of the room. He could feel all eyes on him. "For 50 years, Vex said, we thought we knew humans. We saw your boxy ships and simple technology. We thought you were weak. We were wrong." Military advisor Mord, who had once laughed at human ships, now bowed his head. "Your ships destroyed 37 Carvax warships. You saved Zentor and possibly the entire council. We owe you our thanks." Du-hyun nodded politely. "We did what was needed." "But why?" asked another council member. "Why hide your true strength for so long? Why let the galaxy think you were weak? Admiral Ta Wu stepped forward. Earth has a long history of war. We learned that showing power often invites challenge. Looking unimportant kept us safe. And it worked, added Captain Jure. For 50 years, no one attacked Earth or our colonies. No one thought we were worth the trouble. The council members looked at each other. This was a new idea to them. In the galaxy, most species showed off their power to prevent attacks. Humans had done the opposite. After the ceremony, Du Hyun and his crew returned to the Gentle Provider. The ship looked different now. Its hull plates were open, showing its true systems. No more hiding. As they prepared to leave the station, a message came through. It was from Admiral Kwan. Captain, we are transferring a prisoner to your ship. The Carvax commander wishes to speak with you before he faces trial. Later, Du Hyun met the Carvax commander in a holding cell. The alien was tall with gray skin and yellow eyes. He looked defeated but still proud. I wanted to see the human who tricked us, the Carvax said. Your ships looked so weak, so harmless. We never thought. That was the point, Du Hyun said. The Carvax shook his head. Our ships show our power. We make them look dangerous to scare our enemies. Why would you do the opposite? Do Hyun thought about how to explain. On Earth, there are animals that look very dangerous to warn predators away. But there are also hunters that look harmless until it's too late for their prey. And humans are the hunters, the Carvax said, finally understanding. We prefer peace, Du Hyun corrected, but we prepare for war. Always. As the Gentle Provider left the station, Du Hyun looked at his crew. They had served together for years, pretending to be simple traders. Now everyone knew the truth. On the main screen, he could see other Earth ships. They were building new vessels now, still boxy and functional, but no longer hiding their weapons or systems. There was no need to hide anymore. What happens now, Captain? Jai-ho asked. Now that the galaxy knows our secret. Do Hyun smiled. We keep exploring. We keep trading. But we do it honestly now. Sunmi looked up from her station. I'll miss the looks on alien faces when they saw what our ships could really do. They won't underestimate us again, Yi-jin said. Do Hyun nodded as he sat in his command chair. The galaxy has learned an important lesson. Judge by actions, not appearances. As the Gentle Provider engaged its engines and headed toward Earth, Do Hyun thought about the 50 years of secrecy, the jokes about ugly human ships, and the final moment when they revealed the truth. It had all been worth it. The day the galaxy found out why Earth's warships look like freighters was the day they learned to respect humanity.